Okay. Hey everyone. Sorry, took some time to tune in. We had an issue with calming Hiro-kun down, the baby. Yeah, he's not. He didn't have a good mood. And screaming and crying. And, Justin couldn't handle just by himself. Yeah, so I had to help out. That's why I'm late. But thanks for waiting. Yeah, well, welcome to the live stream, Asagi's live stream. Today I'm tuning in earlier, scheduled earlier than normal. I have a Japanese fan dance class this afternoon, so had to leave earlier. That's why starting earlier. Moke Sonic かな Hello. The mature German back dominatrix back squat. Okay, that's a long username. 美しい明かり Okay, 明かり Alex, welcome back. Anthony, David, Emmy just reached 14,000 subscribers. Nice. She keeps going. Yeah, I'm glad. また遅れてんの? That's kind of rude way to say, like, again, sorry but not sorry because of the reason is not really up to me. Baby cries, that's something that you can't just stop. And the way the Japanese sound is very rude. I don't recommend using it. Justin, happy Sunday. Cello, welcome back. Oh my god, you are almost 10 minutes late. Then leave. Leave. I'm a mom. And yeah, it's my job, but I will have to prioritize my family over the live stream. Tatiana, welcome back. Dennis, hi. Luke, hello. Steak, 01 here. Yeah, how is it going? Hello to Talk Asagi friends around the world. We call the community Asaginators. Asaginators, yeah. Oh, Mirza, welcome back. Disney fan, what in Daddy Big Show's biceps? Daddy Big Show's biceps. What does that mean? David, you're not late but really early today. I hope you'll have a good day. Thank you, David. Appreciate the support as always. Well, definitely, it's worth a sticker. Didn't sushi sticker. Did I give you already, David? But so far this is my favorite sticker right now. The sushi plate with wasabi on the side even. So, yeah. This is for David. Thanks so much. ありがとうございます。What is your drink? It's just a normal coffee or cafe ole かな Because I need caffeine. Yeah. Hope you and your family are doing well. Thanks, Martin. How dare you put family first? Well, yeah, it's a busy weekend to be honest. We had a 2 years anniversary of my granddad. My granddad death. 2 anniversary from my grandfather's death. Yep. And we had a big family get together yesterday. We went there with Hirokun. So Hirokun got to meet his great grandfather, great grandmother, and some other family on my mom's side. まあ、そうだね。My cousin, yeah, Hiro met my cousin for the first time. And yeah, he already met my grandma, which is his great grandmother, um, twice already. But yeah, she was really happy. And we visited my grandpa's grave, and said hi. Hirokun put the water. We do that when we go to someone's grave. We put some water to the grave, and Hiro took the pot. So I'm sure my grandpa is very happy. It's kind of sad because my grandpa passed away 2 years ago, right? If he lived one more year, he got to see Hiro, but he couldn't. So it meant a lot to me and many of us of the family that we visited with Hirokun and introduced him. But yeah, it was a really busy day because Hiro obviously is a crazy boy. We had a family lunch at the restaurant. We borrowed a room just for us, like a family room. But he was just running around in the room and even outside the room. So it's always like, while I'm eating, Justin takes care of Hiro. While Justin is eating, I take care of Hiro. We always took なんだっけ taking turn かな And yeah, my cough even doesn't even stop from last week. I think it's going like few weeks. Martin, my grandpa passed away on New Year's 2 years ago. It's always hard during that time for me. So yeah. Yeah, I think the grandpa on my mom's side is the closest family member that passed away. I already lost my grandpa on my dad's side, but he was kind of an asshole, you know. So I wasn't so close to him, especially the past like 10 years. So it was not like, it was still sad we still have a memory together, but it's not like so hard. You know what I mean? But the grandpa that passed away 2 years ago is, I have more feelings and attached to grandpa, so it's really hard during this time too. Yeah, I feel you. It's sad my mom passed away a year before my first daughter was born. Yeah, yeah. Extended play. Hi, Angie. Angie, this is okay. This is new. This is new. Angie, Angie. I mean, I get it. Many people call me different names, and I think it's because of usually auto type, right? Auto なんか autocorrect, and it goes like Asiago. It's a cheese. It's a name of the cheese. Mainly in Italy, like European countries. Asiago. They somehow autocorrect my name to Asiago, so I get that a lot. But Anzi, this is new. How did that come from? Maybe too much coffee for your son? Maybe, yeah. Too much coffee. My girls have never met their grandparents, sad that they will never know that love. Yeah, that's why I feel like I want to show Hiro to my grandma. She still lives. By the way, she's 89 right now and still very genki, very energetic. And she probably live longer than 90, which is great. Yeah, I want to show him to my grandma as much as possible. So maybe he remembers her. I don't even have kids. I mean, that's fine. Oh, no. I think my life would have been okay without kids. I didn't have like so much desire to have kids, but once I did, it's been great. It's been nightmare too. It's I think it's something you would understand if you have kids. Um, it's a lot of commitment. It's very difficult. I mean, I guess it depends on the kid, but for us, definitely, Hiro is such energetic child. He goes non-stop doing all the dangerous things. So, yeah, it's been very difficult for us. But like moments, there are some moments that is priceless. For example, Hiro met my grandma, right? And when we say goodbye, my grandma gave a big hug to Hiro, right? And then Hiro was like, yeah, because it's such a big hug. And then seeing that, I remembered that was um, that was something we did when I when we were a kid. Every time I visited, me and my sister and my cousins, every time we visited grandma's house, she gave every one of us a big hug, you know? And then we were like, "Oh, stop, grandma," you know? But, you know, at that point, I was like, oh, no, stop, grandma. But, that was kind of beautiful memory of us. And seeing her doing that to Hiro, that was like, that warmed my heart. And that's something I wouldn't have felt when if I didn't have Hiro. So yeah, moments like this happen. Angie's life, right? Angie's life. I guess I'm Angie now. Lloyd. I'm flying out to Japan tomorrow. Woohoo! Oh, すごいね。あ、そうかそうか。You said that. You said that. Finally, it's been not hot in Japan. Just not hot. So it's still kind of warm and humid, but it's not hot as the summer. So good timing. I had my son when I was in college. Oh, wow, young. It was definitely a challenge for me and my wife at that time. The main problem with my son was always potty training. Potty training. The time will come. Time will come. Gilbert going to Japan again with my wife and 5-year-old. We adopted so he can meet my grandmother. Oh, always excited to go back. Adopted ね. Nice, nice. Yeah, that's an option ね. Adopting kids are not very common as in the US, in Japan, but I hear that some couples do that. Yeah. Feedback. Facebook. Facebook has been showing me the super cheap house in Japanese rural areas. So tempting to buy a few just for the heck of it. No. People talk about cheap houses, like foreigners talk about cheap houses. I wonder what's going on. Like many foreigners talk about it. Is it like a social media phenomenon? Okay, okay. Finally, apologies. Then I accept that. Thank you. Woodrow. It was 107 degrees here yesterday in Arizona, but there is no humidity. It's interesting. That's very hot. That's very hot. Hot. But humidity is what makes you feel like icky, you know? Yeah, I think because I can handle California weather, like super hot California weather, like almost 40 degree or something. But it was very hot, but still like not as bad as Japan's Tokyo's. You know what I mean? Because that's because of the humidity. Yeah. We adapt more highways than kids. Highways. Is that joke? I didn't get the American joke again. Gear Geeks. In California, they run television commercials showing Japanese areas where homes are very cheap. Really? So only Americans gonna buy houses in Japan. What's going on? Would that be cool? I mean, I guess that's cool for Americans, but okay. I don't know how that impacts なんか Japan's community or like housing situation. Because what we see, right, as a Japanese, what we see is like expensive houses. It's not cheap at all. Like they make us, putting in loan, pay for like land costs and building up costs. I mean, there are some second hand used houses like yeah. Well, I don't know. Japanese people usually build a house and don't really buy a house. I don't know if it's more like a marketing issue or people just believe that building has to be new, like houses have to be new because of, earthquake endurance or something like that. John, housing is very expensive. It's a central issue in American politics currently. Yeah, sounds like American houses are like out of reach. Gerald, what is your advice for a man who wants to find a wife in Japan? What do you recommend? I've been thinking about joining the Air Force to do it or save money from working. Wife in Japan. Okay. Interesting question. Very broad question, too. There are so many aspects of how to find a wife in Japan. I think in general, wife means you are looking for like serious relationship, right? Because I don't know. I know it sounds like I don't know where you come from, but people like men who ask me how to find a wife, Japanese wife. How can I find a Japanese wife? Bring me Japanese wife. Like introduce me to a Japanese wife, right? Some people ask me like that. Then when you say just wife, how to find a wife? It sounds like those wives just magically show up in front of you and get married to you. But the reality is not like that. Even when you go for like a marriage matchmaking service, it's still hard, you know. Those marriage making services are not the ones that just bring you a wife, bring you a woman who will be your wife, right? You still have to put effort, you know. You have to meet a woman, not wife or girlfriend or anything, a woman, and create chemistry, create connection, and um, have a relationship, and then that become a marriage, and she becomes a wife, your wife. So there is so many like um so many steps when a woman becomes your wife. But those men who ask me, how can I get a wife? They seem like skip they are trying to skip all these steps to find a woman who might become a wife. So um I don't know, it sounds like an off question to me when you ask me like, how can I find a wife in Japan? Right? But the idea aside, that sounds like, you know, I mean, going to Air Force, joining the Air Force, it's kind of like a cheat code to come to Japan without struggling to, get a job and get the visa and kind of stuff. You know, you can just come to Japan with your American passport, American like yeah, they will arrange everything for you to come and live in Japan. And of course, when you are in Japan, it's easy to find Japanese women in general, to meet Japanese women. Much, much easier than when you are living in the US. So, yeah, that sounds like an option. I see videos on YouTube. One guy bought a cheap house in the country and renovated. Renovation, no. Yeah. Let's see how that works. I want to see a long-term effect, long-term um yeah, I want to see how they go. They are implying not enough birth rates, so there is areas where nobody's living. These are the commercials are showing in California. Yeah. Is that Japan's implying to come to Japan? Or some other like Chinese companies are buying Japanese properties and houses and selling it to Americans? I have some kind of conspiracy. Yeah. Just in these houses that I'm talking about are out in the middle of nowhere or farmland. そっか. Yeah, I guess Japanese people don't really want to or willing to come to those areas. So, there's a big gap between houses in cities and those rural areas in Japan. Why do they build such a small houses? That's what I'm saying. I feel so sad. Houses are getting so small nowadays, especially with, you know, um, Tokyo area. Houses here where I live, which is a large rural city in New South Wales, a three-bedroom kitchen dining starts at 15 million yen. A similar house in Japan is 5 million yen. Oh, wow. Most people in the US do not buy new houses. I think that's better, right? It's not expensive and it's more like eco-friendly. But Japan, I think people are believed that houses have to be new, so it it's strong against earthquakes or like natural disasters. But you can renovate houses, right? But I think it's more of marketing. Like people making us to buy and build new shit, you know? Depends on the wife you want. That's also an aspect you should think about. Yeah. That's why I'm giving one-on-one consultation so I can hear what you really want, what kind of, you know, goals you have, what kind of woman you want to be with, and the detailed advice really depend on that. Yeah. But sadly, I can't really, you know, recommend, invite you guys to join my service because I've been having a difficult time to find time for my business. Man, I didn't think being a mom is so busy and occupy me so much. It's beyond my expectation, yeah. Danilo. Guys, wives are not like products you find on a shelf. Yeah, yeah, that makes, those people who say, wife, it sounds like, yeah, products. They sounds like products. Yeah. Make it sound like wives are product. Yeah. That's man. Gilbert. You can pay 3% down with the right loan, and if you live in a cheaper part of the country, you can get home for 200, 350K. That's not bad. Yeah, that is a weird question. How to find a wife? Maybe try dating her first and then become husband and wife. Mm, mm, yeah. Well, I mean, it's hard to figure out from the texts, just text, but I think, if the question is more like, how can I find a Japanese woman, um, so I can get married to and have family with, it sounds more like, okay, this guy is trying to find a real, like, partner, you know, like life partner. How can I get a wife? Be a good enough man that a woman wants to marry. ね. There's that too, yeah. アンソニー、とても気に入りました。頑張ってください。Thanks, thanks. Yes, it's hard. Sticker zero comes from the guy who is in the matchmaking service. Yeah, because I think you have to have a certain expectation on those matchmaking services. Because yes, they introduce you to women who are also interested in getting married to someone, right? So in a way, yes, it makes it lot of, it makes it easier to find women who are serious about dating and marriage. So you don't have to deal with women who are kind of wishy-washy and don't really aren't really serious about relationships. But also those women also have expectation on men, whether it's realistic or not. So you have to meet those expectations. So if you are like, I don't know, not attractive, can't really provide, um, not fun to talk with kind of man, you're not gonna get wife even when you are in matchmaking services, right? And even if you are quality man, it's still hard because connection doesn't come so easily. Connections and romance doesn't come so easily, even when you are in that kind of setting. Or maybe it's even harder than in real life to feel like attracted to some woman because that's a marriage making setting. It's kind of hard to grow like romantic mood when you are meeting women from marriage making services because it's set up. It feels less genuine, less genuine というか less なんだろうな、なんて言うんだっけ、I forgot the word, but authentic, less authentic かな。うん。まあね。So yeah, but it's a way to meet women. I don't I'm not opposed to the idea of marriage making services. So yeah, keep looking, Stig. I started to gain interest in learning Japanese using 3x4 Flicks keyboard. You mean this? Flicks? Yeah. Bro thinks he's Tom Cruise, like you don't need to be in the Air Force to find a woman to date. まあ、トム・クルーズI mean, I think it's more about the relocation issue, no? Or is it more about being a Tom Cruise? Being an Air Force? I thought it was more of relocation issue. It's easier to relocate to Japan when you are in the military, right? Yeah, well, in fact, in America, typically the new homes are not built as well as the homes built 20 or 30 years ago. That makes sense. Yeah. David, I read an article about houses being bought by Californians because they are cheaper than in the US, but there's a lot to go through before they can move to Japan and live and stay there. Right. Okay, so it's not as much of conspiracy. Daryl, Yahoo. Dennis, the girl I'm dating is not comfortable with touching even in private. She normally just responds, 日本人はベタベタしない。But I am concerned about being more serious and not even holding hands. Even in private, it's something sounds off. Like, how do you become a couple without touching? Or you are not a couple yet. You're not in a relationship yet. That makes kind of sense. Because Japanese women usually becomes more, physical after being in a relationship. And if you try to be physical before being in a relationship, they kind of hesitant doing so. So yeah, it depends on where you are in a relationship or not in a relationship yet. If you are already in a relationship, became a couple, and she's denying to be like physical or, touching or anything, that's kind of shady. But if not, you just have to make up your mind and see. Gerald, thank you so much. I wanted to say, wife, to let you know I want a serious relationship. My grandfather studied traditional judo there, and I want to study martial arts there since I've studied MMA here. Then, yeah, if you're serious about it, find a way to come to Japan. If not, you have to, rely more on online approach. Yeah. But either way, it's gonna be a long journey, usually. So you have to be prepared. Go away, Daryl. Okay. Nah. What's this? Maybe you could try hiring an assistant for your business. I'm even thinking about it. But even hiring a person is a work, right? Yeah. I feel very restricted right now, for what I have to do and what I want to do. Surely there is a place in Japan where you can purchase a wife off the shelf. You can rent a wife, I guess. You can rent a wife. I mean, there are so many paid options for sure. Like, なんだっけ? Papa Cuts Girls, rent, rental boyfriends, rental girlfriends, prostitution. There are so many options if you actually pay. But that's, you are paying for fake relationship. Woodrow and builders have been taking shortcuts. How to find a builder who will build a house the right way. Oh, is it in the US? Yeah. How's Hirokun? Oh, maybe he's sleeping. He was crying so hard right before this stream start, and had to calm him down. And maybe he was really sleepy and tired. Well, I don't know. What? Starbucks is where you find them. Oh. Oh, yeah. Hi. You feel better now? You feel better? Yeah, sailor boy. Did you eat? Nice. How was your lunch? He's got a bruise here because he slept in a bathroom. Yes, you slept in the bathroom. And yeah, hit his face on the bathtub. ね. Poor baby. Because he runs so fast. He ran so fast to the bathtub. So he slipped. Right? Yeah, it's so fun. Funny story. Right? Did you have fun yesterday with my family?
Dada.
Dada. He did. You ran around the restaurant.
The room, it was a private room. He didn't run around the restaurant.
I mean, he also ran restaurant too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that was a private room. If not, that was a problem.
Yeah. Can't go to restaurants anymore.
Yeah, we can't really go to restaurant. He can't still. No. When I go to like play area, kids play area, other moms feel sorry for me dealing with this such an energetic child. ママ大変ですね.
Alright, buddy. Come here.
Pen. I'll take the pen. Yeah. Bye bye.
Let's go to the park.
Nice.いいんじゃない? What do you think of the idea of dating someone from work? Is it a good idea or the bad one? It's actually common in Japan. I think the most common way to meet their spouse, lovers, is workplace. Because I think it makes sense. Where workplace is where Japanese people spend their life with. So they find people who spend their life with from the workplace. That's actually very common. Yeah. I think people who, like, even foreigners who work for a Japanese company, they tend to find their spouse from the company. That's what I've been seeing. Because I worked in an international Japanese company, right? So we were hiring foreign workers, and most of men I've seen there, they are finding wives in the company. Most of those, yeah. Because they were hiring engineers, mainly engineers, so they tend to be men, right? So many foreign men were there. So yeah. Yeah. So I would say, as long as you handle okay, that's where you can look for. But of course, it doesn't come off like creepy. You don't want to be desperate. Yeah. Don't dip your pen in the company ink. Yeah, that's what people say. Like in the Western society, I think it's less common, but in Japan, it's actually very, very common. Oh, Cedric, こんばんは. I would like to meet a Japanese woman for friendship first, then see what happens from here there. I'm a single dad and not interested in any more kids, so it would be difficult. なるほど。That can work, yeah. Depends on your expectation too. Start from friends, ne? Yeah, I think in real life that's very common. But, そうね. Yeah. It doesn't, as long as it comes naturally, like friendship to relationship, that's possible, but it's not something you can expect to happen a lot. Yeah. Stig, I rejected 3 times in Japan but made a best friend for life with the last woman. Oh, really? Friend? Hmm. You found a friend from a matchmaking service. That's actually nice. Okay. I'm like 6.4 and 90 in college now in the US. 6.4 tall? What does that mean? I wanted to visit Japan and find a woman that will like me and will be willing to be married. In the US, divorce rates are very high. Okay. まあでも divorce rate is as not as high as in the US, but it's still like 30%, 30 something percent in general. And I heard that someone said that it's 40% when it comes to international relationships. So I don't know. It's not something like I'm not gonna have to deal with divorce if I get married to a Japanese woman. That's that's kind of a dangerous mindset to have. But I get what you mean. I get what you mean. To be honest, the first girl I met was best girl. I met her in the US. Oh, from the matchmaking service, I guess. Well, yeah, sounds like a difficult journey. Be good at Japanese. Don't be hairy. Don't have tattoos. Don't be too tall. Don't be too short. Have enough money. Have a job. Most of them are accurate. Have enough money I like that. You don't have to be rich, but you have to have enough to have a stable relationship, right? Oh, bye, Lloyd. You're not a couple if there's no touching. That's friendship. Yeah, get in the zone. The friend zone. Friends with benefits. She might want the attention only. Well, not. I mean, like I said, it depends on like Did he respond to anything? I don't think so. If he hasn't shared like how he feels about her, and then where if they're boyfriend girlfriend, if they already talked through the conversation, yeah, that's weird that she doesn't let you touch. But if not, that's kind of like or new. ヒロジラ、はい、ジャスティン。Hirozera has a bruise under his eye from the baby fight club. Touch the mic. Yeah, he didn't do that today. He was more focused on the pen. There is a physical intimacy, but nothing beyond that afterwards. Physical intimacy, but nothing beyond that. She made it clear she wants more than friendship. And you are on that? What I meant is, did it, does she already know that you are serious about her and then loyal to her? If she has that kind of doubt, she doesn't feel safe to be like touchy, But if not, there's something going on, yeah. Happy boy today, yeah. He was not, though. I'm sleeping in the bathroom. What? Why? Why? Don't pay for relationship, guys. Instead, pay for a therapist. That's so true. That's so true. Why do they pay for the relationships, like, or even like sex? It's so meaningless. But Japanese people love doing those things. I mean, it doesn't even have to be sex related, but renting boyfriend, girlfriend, or like oshikatsu, like you know, paying a lot of money for idols and yeah, public figures and stuff like that. Is age just a number in Japan? Dot dot dot. I guess you know the answer. Yeah, like I always say, age is a big factor in Japan. Ageism is very heavy in Japan. So you really have to think about the game if you hit a certain age. It's not that there's a way even when you hit certain age, but it's true that a lot of Japanese people judge you by your age. So is there a Japanese equivalent to Florida Man news headlines? I don't know. Maybe Justin can think, come up with something. Hmm. 6.4 feet tall. not very tall. Well, you probably look stand out. That's for sure. "19 is young, no rush to get married." Who's 19? Who? Eh? Did I miss something? Yeah, 19 is not. You don't have to rush for anything. Gil, hey, Asagi. Yeah. Married to a Japanese woman, any thoughts on the difference between cultures in terms of balancing the two cultures? There are cultural differences, and you would struggle at that point where you are married and have to share your life. Um, but it's always, as a man, from a man's perspective, make her feel comfortable saying her opinion or talk about her, what she thinks, what she wants to do, etc., etc. And when she does, don't get mad. Because if you get mad when she says something she wants to do, she wants to, she says her opinion that intimidates her, and then she eventually stop saying anything against you, and you know slowly goes to divorce. So make her feel comfortable, make her feel safe to say her opinion, and let her talk. And when she talks, try your best to compromise. Compromise, um, find a way, like find a solution to get to the middle point. You know, yeah, find the middle ground always. You shouldn't always just adjust to her culture, and you don't let her adjust to you always. Always try to find the middle ground. Yeah. Antonio, welcome back. If your girlfriend doesn't let you touch her, that's a red flag right there. Maybe consider other options. Yeah, I don't want to just go straight assuming that if she's uncomfortable with those, affections, she might have some concerns, worries, especially when it's beginning of the dating or relationship. But if she does that for no reason, that's a red flag, yeah. Hi guys, good morning everyone. How old are Japanese people when they experience ta tachi tachi tachi? How old? How old? I guess it's becoming earlier, I assume. Sure, I'm so late. Yeah, I started earlier today. Sorry. And I have to leave within like 30 minutes. I don't mean any disrespect towards Western women. It's just my MMA instructor was divorced twice. So now. Yeah, I think some people in the US getting married and divorced so many times. Yeah. I think an international relationship where the two people are mature enough to put in a required effort to maintain understanding with a honest and loving communication, those relationships last. That's for sure. Just then, the thing about the lack of touch is that some couples are okay without touch, and that's fine. But if you need touch and she isn't giving it, yeah, your expectation and her expectation doesn't match. Fake name. Heading to an international meetup in Osaka in a few hours. Any tips? I don't have much experience with girls, Japanese or otherwise, but I've been putting in a lot of effort recently. Cool, cool. International meetup. So there is a scenario. There is a scenario that the meetup it's gonna be sausage party, right? But so many men versus little women. It's kind of hard to talk with women. But as long as it's an international meetup, it's not like it's more like just a meetup, not just for dating or anything. Be nice to everyone. Be nice to everyone, not just focus on girls, but men too. Japanese men, and try to make friendship. Because women see that. Women are watching you, how you act in a group setting. I've seen some men only, talking to women, 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 and be nice to only women, and don't pay attention other people. That is, I guess, yeah. Sometimes it's taken as not not considerate, because in Japan we respect more harmony, and if a man is trying to keep the harmony of the group, it's a good impression. So don't just so focused on women, but also try to have some nice chat with Japanese men like locals. Yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah, butそうだね. And yeah, try to talk as many people as possible and exchange Instagram or Line. Do you and your family watch anything on YouTube? What are your favorite shows? We don't really watch YouTube together. But recently, when we have time, we watch Netflix. Me and Justin watch Netflix. そうね。あとは kids show. I sometimes show him kids show when I have to, focus on cooking and making his food and kind of stuff. I'm a bear. Hey, hey. Still unemployed, going on 6 months now, but the nice thing is my birthday is in 3 days. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday, bear. Where am I? Where am I? Okay. Gerald is 19 years old. Okay, still young. I'm a mod, I read minds. And I think keeping the intimacy in any relationship in the long term is difficult. Eventually, many people get bored of the same thing. まあそうだね。intimacy. うん。うん。But, sometimes it's nice to get back. Yeah, just do many different things. Like send off flowers, um, do dishes, do dishes, do laundries, cook. Because for many women or wives, when you start living together and become like partner, that's the most sexy things to do, you know. And that leads to intimacy. Yeah. Cook, do laundry, wash dishes. Yeah, that's more sexy. Yeah. 'Cause I think lot of the men misunderstand that intimacy is just about being physical, right? And then, a lot of the couples who are like sexless or like lacking intimacy, like physically intimate, men try to fix it by like touch her again, just touch her in a bedtime or something like that. But a lot of the women needs more like build up when she's like doing mom stuff, housework, and work in general. She needs to switch, and it doesn't come off like just attack her or suddenly touch her or anything. You have to build up. You have to have a foreplay, foreplay, and foreplay starts from doing dishes, cleaning for her, cook for her, those things, without ignoring, ignoring, yeah, without ignoring all those things the husband should do, then suddenly starts trying to touch her. That makes her uncomfortable and it doesn't fix any like lack of intimacy or sexless or things like that. Yeah. That's that's what I noticed when I see like sexless couples kind of content here and there. うーんと、バスラバーバイ。It's more balanced at an 英会話。英会話 ?Okay. The guy who wrote that book also believed women in an abusive relationship should stay and work it out. Love languages only appear real as it seems to make sense, but life and love are messy. Oh, love language, ne? Okay, you guys were talking about love language. Oh, yeah, I was kind of lost. Yeah. It's more balanced だったな、英会話。あ、英会話ですか。英会話ね。英会話 meetup? Or something like that? Or like 英会話 classes? What's the opposite of sausage fest? I won't attend those. How do you call it? Opposite of sausage party. Thanks. As a follow-up, we are both very career-minded and successful. I find that I'm very flexible in terms of things. I feel Japanese culture is more set on their being the way. Kaizen mindset. Yeah, yeah. Love it. Love it. I like to be nice to everyone, but I usually end up talking to the guys or older women not my own age much more because it's easier. But I've been trying to push myself to talk to women my age more. Yeah, in that case, yeah, you just gotta do it. You just gotta go and talk to women is who are more like your target. There's a lot of Japanese women in their 30s on Japanese dating apps. Yeah, Japanese dating apps like pairs and uh, like which app? It depends on the app. Do you think high functioning autism is a problem in a relationship? High functioning autism? What's that? It doesn't affect me very much. It just makes it hard to understand things sometimes, like advanced math and also afraid of crowds. High functioning autism? I don't know what that is. Sorry. So I can't really say. Yeah. Like it's more like sensitive topic to make comments without understanding. Um, My birthday is on Monday, but I've already got the best present ever from Juna, the amazing drummer, as she sent me a video message to wish me all the best. One of the best birthdays ever. Oh, that's nice. And happy birthday. David. I made a bit of joke when learning a comment under someone's pic on Hinge. I basically compared it to the person pointing meme. Hmm? I don't understand. Never fix her when she's angry. When she's angry, yeah, yeah, yeah. Angry, yeah. Frank, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm leaving pretty soon, so if you forgot sending super chat and support or questions, please do now than later. Frank. Thank you. What could be better than weekend of eating out, having fun in bed, and relaxing in the bath? All of them sounds very nice now that I can't have any of those right now. I agree so many focus on physical intimacy, so almost fetishizing Japanese women needs to be more understanding of what Japanese culture looks for relationship. うん、そうだね。physical intimacy. I think Western men tend to prioritize those, right? Compared to Japanese society and culture and Japanese men, かな Why do all girls play silly games? All girls play silly games without housework. I try and they stop me, but they complain if I don't try. Even every relationship. Huh? What? Oh, なるほどね。When you do housework, they complain like how you do. But if you don't, they also complain. ああ、まあそうだね。That sounds discouraging, right? When you do your housework, and she doesn't like how you do. It happens a lot, to be honest, I think. Um, so yeah, from women's perspective, you have to be very patient because in general, women are men are messy, usually messy, right? How they use bathroom とか、how they wash clothes, those are kind of like messy compared to how women do. So it's mostly women who are frustrated. And you need to understand that perspective too. But also, women have to understand that he's trying, you know. So just encourage them or do it by yourself, right? And don't complain when he doesn't. Yeah. Opposite of sausage party, taco fest. I kind of like that. Yeah. Good job. Good job. I've been watching videos on raising seafood, fish, and shellfish. With the rising cost of seafood and Japanese food mostly being seafood and rice. How do you feel about farmed seafood? Farmed seafood ね。まあ、I don't. It's always things I find at the supermarket. It's already most of them are farmed seafoods. It's not like wild caught fish anymore. So I don't have a big. I'm not really opposed to the idea, because we can't catch fish so much anymore, sadly, with the nature, climate change and things like that. So, yeah. I meant like it's in human nature to crave variety when it comes to intimacy. Example, cheating. Oh, when it comes to example, cheating. Okay. まあね。まあ、how cheating is common everywhere. Yeah, it sounds like that's the human nature, but we also have dignity. We also have dignity, loyalty. Yeah, yeah. How you cope with the human nature, like wild human nature. That shows your personality and dignity, I guess. Do you find it frustrating that so many men are focused on meeting Japanese women based on their perceived expectation? Perceived expectation. What does that mean? So usually when I talk to my clients men who come to my service, most of them have like don't have that kind of ideas, like expectations, like more fetishizing ideas and things like that. They are, they have some kind of connection with Japanese culture, and they are interested in Japanese culture in general and want to have a partner who have the culture, who have the cultural background that they like. That makes sense, right? But there are still some percentage of men who have no interest in Japanese culture but want to date and marry to Japanese women. That's kind of strange to me, right? And it's kind of hard to see where that comes from. Man, maybe they have that kind of like unicorn kind of idea in Japanese women. Like they are so submissive. They are so like they never, I don't know, they never do any horrible things. Like I don't know. They think Japanese women are some kind of unicorns. And I guess that comes from the ignorance of Japanese culture in general. Yeah, there are some that kind of men too. That's definitely, yeah. It's not like frustrating. Maybe frustrating. It's not like it's, yeah. Yeah, sometimes a little bit frustrating or kind of sad. Like Japan has more to offer, not just women, but yeah, many things. Yeah. Justin, thank you and bye. Send the chat. Yeah. Bye, Miru-san. Bye, I'm a bear. KBG star, thanks for the super chat. Keep it up. だって。Thank you. Appreciate the support. KBG、スターじゃないか。KBG TSAR。TSAR か。Thank you. High function autism is Asperger syndrome of high HFSD and can affect one's social life and mental capabilities, but not as much as other forms of autism. Still can't understand what's the symptom of those people, but okay. Before the separation, I had said to my partner that if I'm doing something in a way you don't like, tell me, and I will do my best to do it that way. Yeah, sounds reasonable. Some farming is needed to keep up with demand and let nature replenish. Replenish. Yeah, right. You can't just catch fish until they disappear. Would you accept non-Japanese female clients? Non-Japanese, foreign female clients trying to meet fellow expats. Expats. I don't take women clients who are looking for men in Japan because it's not my specialty. mm. Yeah, sadly, I can't help so much for those people. Because the game is very different for between men and women, especially yeah, Japanese ね、expats. The expats, what does that mean? It doesn't have to be Japanese men. I don't know. If men do not fulfill the standard a woman wants in the household, the man can try to learn the standard. If not, there is enough auxiliary work to do. まあね。Yeah. まあ、I think it goes both ways. Women have to find some, if that's the case, a woman is more tidy than a man. She has to find a way to compromise something. And men also have to learn how he can improve his housework. Yeah, I think it goes both ways. I want to be with Japanese women because I love the culture and notice some similarities with my Middle Eastern background. They also seem attractive to me on dating apps. Sounds good? Okay, it's time to go for me. But thanks for all the support, even though it was a little earlier than normal. Thanks for joining the chat. Thanks for the support, David, Frank, and KBG. Tessa, わかんない. I can't read. If you are watching this recap, I also have a option PayPal, Patreon, and Super Thanks if you want to support what I do. Yeah, sorry, TB. You just joined. But yeah, I have to go. And yeah, it's been difficult for me to keep up what I do. Even this once a week live stream is becoming kind of hard. But I want to prioritize it because it's the only time I can, connect with my viewers and talk to people in general. Because I'm doing mom. It's the one of the few times I can talk with adults, right? Yeah, I really enjoy it, so I want to keep it up in the future too, and I hope you enjoy this time of the week too. Yeah. Anyways, have a good day or night wherever you are, and I think I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Bye, chat.